Okay, this video is for anybody with a, I guess, Edge or Explorer with a Sony premium sound system in it. The volume, power, tune button, the actual buttons on here aren't working. In my case, this cable is disconnected. But to get it out, you got these little tabs right here. Come through this hole and that hole. You have to press them out to get it to pop out. A little connector for that ribbon connector is right down in there. Comes through this hole. Let's see. You got your front touch sensitivity area. All the lights are on this board. You got one ribbon right there. Comes through this spot, connects there. The power button connector goes right there. And this is for the eject button. Might do other stuff, don't know, but eject button, which is right here. That's the connector for it right there. See, there it is. Yeah. Don't know how that works, but the hazard button must just be a button built into the center console area. And then this is the cover for the whole back of the infotainment center. Got your pins right there. Slide through the connector hole. Got a bunch of T20. No, these aren't T20. What size is this? This is T10. So T10 Torx to remove all this. That pops off. It's got two little connectors, or no, clip over some little tabs on it. There's two right there. You have to remove the trim piece for the screen in order to get to these top two. I got two more over here, two down here. Best way to do it is with a tiny little screwdriver. Just pry them over. It's nice and flexible. But yeah, there's all the screws laid out in their order. So if you have this problem, that might be what's wrong. Is this ribbon comes disconnected from the back of the button, touch sensitivity buttons. Other than that, my radio worked perfectly. So okay, so this is what it looks like put back together. You got the two screws for the screen trim bezel. So this piece, gotta make sure to connect this flex ribbon before putting it back on, and also make sure the plastic piece for the hazard button is in place. Kind of tricky. Reconnect the radio power tune adjust knob. Reconnect the whole front fascia, which is basically, I guess, just all the touch sensitive and the volume knob. And then for your circuit board, you got that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, and this screw. So again, from up here, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Because your other screws for the plastic cover go in there, 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 there. Don't know what these screws do. I took them out. Gonna put them back in here in a second. Where's the other one? Oh, right there. Right there. Not sure what they do, but getting ready to put them back in. Okay, we got these back in. Now we're gonna put on plastic cover for the back of it, and I'll catch you then. Okay, so all the screws are back in. 100% sure you don't have to take these two top ones out. You should just stay with the board, and you don't even have to take any of the circuit board screws off. But I did because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just, you know, going at it. But these 6 absolutely have to come off because they hold the plastic on. And right now I'm done with repairing this, but it's gonna go back in the car. That's where we'll pick back off. Very important thing, do not over tighten any of these screws. They are very fine threaded and you're screwing into very weak plastic. So finger tight, no more. You'll feel when they snug down. Even if you're cross threading it, it'll be hard, but you'll hit a point where it's very stiff and it's very noticeable, so be careful with that. Okay, back out here in the car, getting ready to put it back in. As you can see, I did not completely remove everything, but I'm going to take a second to get everything cleaned up, and I'll be right back to you. Okay, so I got it snapped back in. There's 2 body clips right here. 1, 2, right underneath the temp controls. The bottom snaps into the top, so you press the top away, pull this bottom piece back. Super stiff, so don't be afraid to break it. It's going to be a pain in the ass. I've got all this pretty much cleaned up. There's no more. Well, there's still some. There's gunk right there and there, which I'll try to clean up before I get it all put back together. But right here in this little crevice, there's a bunch of gunk. It's all cleaned up now. We'll have to get that little bit right there and all that real quick. And I'll clean these trim pieces that, you know, cover up the sides. And then I'll get back to you on the screws in a sec. Okay, so just an update. I got this cleaned up as best as I could. Not the greatest over here, I guess. I'll add a little bit more. That side still needs some work too. Can't really see in here, there's not enough light. It's dark out, but it's back together. And the true test is already clued right there. It's working! For the first time since I own the car, the radio has been turned off. Just to see that all the buttons are working. That worked. That worked. That worked. That worked. They all work. Volume still working. Great success. Now to pop it all back in place and get the screws on. I'll hit you back. Okay, so up here You have all your hexagon little screws. They are a 7mm, 7mm. And down here you have all your T20 Torx. I fucked up and tried to put the Torx up here on the radio slots. That was pretty dumb of me. So don't do that. Pretty easy if you don't go full retarded on yourself. But then these just snap right back into place. We got this one around, so this is the driver's side. Goes over here. Indented parts go up there. Put the top in first, then the bottom. Get those done. Check back in. Okay, it's all back together. It's popped in really easily. She's good to go. Let's do a test fire. Make sure it's all still working. Where my keys go? There they are. Hell yeah. There you go. If your power button, all these buttons aren't working, but everything else does, this is how you fix that. Hope it helps. Leave a like, leave a comment. Peace.